Hello, Discovery Gardens friends and family. I'm so excited to be here again with you guys on this Monday. Today we are going to start off our book for this week with a new theme. We're not doing Dr. Seuss anymore. We are starting off with rainbow fish. So I figured what better way than to make this super affordable snack. It is only $2.25. I love it. I think the kids will love it. It's super easy to make, very friendly, and works with a lot of great math skills and measurements. We are going to be making rainbow fish Jello cups. Let's get started. Right before we get started making our rainbow fish Jello snacks, I want to remind everybody to let's wash our hands, and I invite you to use this song with your kids to make sure that they know how to do it properly and that they have a lot of fun. All right, so right before we get started, I want to make sure everyone knows to get 1 cup of water. We want this water to be filled to the very top, so an entire cup of water, and we're going to take it and pour it into our pot. And we are going to turn the temperature up on high. And go ahead and just cover our pot. And when this is boiling, I will come back for you guys. All right, so while we are waiting for our boiling water to come to a boil, what we're going to do is take another cup of water, and I'm just going to transfer it to another container. That way it doesn't spill everywhere. And we are going to take this water and we're going to move it to the fridge. That way it can stay cold for when we get ready to do the next part. And another hint for our boiling water over here is that we are going to want to maybe add a little bit of extra water. You just have to keep an eye on it, because sometimes with condensation, the amount of water you will have will be less after it comes to a heat because of steam. So we want to make sure that we have enough water afterwards. So if you notice that your water is a little bit light, just add a little bit of extra water in here. And this looks like it's about ready, so we can move on. Okay guys, so once our water is coming to a boil like so, then the next thing that we are going to want to do is have all of our gelatin mix from our Jello box right here in a different bowl, and we're just going to pour the entire mix in. And then we're going to take our boiling water and we are going to pour it here, and we are going to dissolve it and just stir for about 2 minutes or until you don't see any more powder. And if you can look, you'll know that there's powder when it's completely clear. And this smells really good, you guys. It's kind of like a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. It smells really sweet, and yes, I like it. Another thing you can do is look at the texture change, and you can talk about the texture change. How is the water becoming thicker as you stir it? And how is it becoming maybe a little bit more tension when you are stirring, and things like that. Another cool thing to note is that blue and silver are actually our colors for this week. So this water is extremely blue with this gelatin mix added to it. And we can fit in another one of our themes for this week in there. All right, and I'm stirring, and it looks like I don't see any more. You can look at my bowl, you don't see any more powder. So what we're gonna do next is take this cup of cold water that we had threw in the fridge, and I'm just gonna add that to it as well. And we are gonna stir that in also. And this is gonna help to bring the temperature down a little bit before we have to put it in the fridge, and that way it will help for it to set. Okay, so I have just transferred all of my gelatin mix, now that the hot water and the cold water is both in here, into this other container, because I'm gonna move it into these smaller cups just to help y'all see a little bit better and make it a little bit cuter as we're doing the project. But feel free to leave it in a big bowl if that's what you would like to do. What I'm gonna do is just take the mix and pour a little bit into these tiny serving cups. And I just got these from Walmart, so anywhere that they have a disposable like utensil, plate, napkin section of the store, you should be able to find little clear cups if you would like to make these cups also, but it's not mandatory. You don't have to. The recipe will go perfectly fine if you choose to not do these cups. And let me see, I think this one is just gonna be a, yeah, that's actually just a little bit, and I'm not a big fan of how this looks. So what I'm gonna do is take these cups here and pour just a little bit in all of them and try to make them even. And even just means that there's the same amount in every single cup. So we have made 4 servings and we're gonna have Jello cups for 4 people. What I'm gonna do is put these on a tray, and we wanna make sure all of our Jello mix sits in the fridge for 4 hours. We're gonna check back in a little bit sooner than 4 hours just to throw our Swedish fish in there. I'm not putting our rainbow fish in right now because I don't want them to sink to the very bottom of our cups while it's still liquid. So by waiting until it starts to firm up a little bit, and firm up a little bit just means till it starts to get thicker and more dense, so that way it's not complete liquid still. As it's starting to solidify into actual Jello and that gelatin texture, we can throw our fish in there and then they could be in the middle of the water instead of being at the very bottom. All right, so I'm gonna throw these in the fridge and I will check back in with you guys in 2 hours.
2 hours later.
Okay, so now it's been a couple hours. I went ahead and checked the fridge. Be sure to do this with the children, of course. And I'm gonna put 1 Jello cup right here for you guys to see. So if you look, the Jello is not gonna be all the way set yet. It's still gonna be a little bit wet to touch. It's not gonna be all the way firm how Jello is when you normally buy it in a Jello cup. But it's gonna be a lot thicker. I don't know, I don't wanna like spill it, but it's gonna be a lot thicker than it is, or than it was when you first put it in. So definitely talk about texture change, talk about density change. But it's been a couple hours, so the next step is gonna be to put our assorted rainbow fish inside of our water. And what we're gonna do is just take them here, and we are gonna stick our little Jello fish in and try and put them in as much as you can. Like you can see the little fishy swimming. And we are gonna go ahead and then put a cap on it. And in here you can see we have all of our little rainbow fish swimming, and we're gonna do this for all of them. And after we put them in the fridge, they're gonna be completely done to eat. And then I will go ahead and drop a picture here in this video for you guys to see the final product. I hope you really enjoy these Jello fish cups, and all y'all have an amazing day. All right, so these are what the finished rainbow fish Jello cups look like once they were done. I hope that these came out good just for you guys and your families as well. And they are so adorable. I really love them. Make sure to drop on the Facebook page in the comments if you guys enjoyed this project, and keep tuned for Wednesday when I do another video.